Hello.
Hello, hello.
So we're alive again.
Went wrong last time. Something with the stream was not working, right? Is
Yeah,
it this time
yeah.
better?
Yeah, it should
I
be
was.
better.
It was the. Let me check it on my computer.
Uh-huh. There was no sound for the other guys on the previous stream, for the mass majority of the stream. But right now,
Okay, this
I
time there
see
is. Yeah, this
it
time I
is
hear it
working.
from the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
I have checked this stuff. And I also put the QR code and link everywhere I can in the YouTube description, in the Twitter X.
Mm.
I will never call this thing like X because I don't like it.
No,
That just
no,
Twitter.
no.
Yeah.
It's just one letter. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. It's just not so cool.
Whenever you're sending somebody a message or like an email and you're saying, okay, please check out this X source, like it's always in the brackets Twitter because otherwise it looks like we just forgot like a placeholder there, like it's not a real thing.
Yeah. Or somebody maybe like me can misspelled it from X, like, you know.
Yeah. Sure.
Why I should check my X? I should not do this. So yeah, I think this actually this name sucks, and I think they should. Maybe it's too late already, but it
Mm.
would be nice to have some rebranding. I don't know.
Agreed. Yeah.
Maybe not
So I
Blue
think we can
Sky.
probably. I've
Just
tried Blue Sky. I'm not sold on it yet. I don't know. Something about the vibe is just a little bit off.
yeah, yeah. I prefer the Twitter better. Yes.
Mm. It's crazy how much network effects do, huh? Just
Mm.
I think it's probably because X/Twitter was so early. I guess
Yeah,
I don't know, but like the community that is accumulating is just much more rich, I find, than the other
yeah, for
platforms. I
sure,
also
for
tried
sure.
Mastodon and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's just because it was for a long time already, and it has some core community driving the growth.
Mm.
And for social media, for sure, it's super important. I'm not sure about, for
Yeah.
example, Sobo Tracker. I can always use new guys and meet new guys because it is like a recurrent problem. Hopefully, in some
Mm.
future, the people will not need any Sobo Tracker at all.
Mhm.
But it is not going anywhere in near time, especially looking at the news, etc. I think it.
That's actually perfect segue because I wanted to talk to you about that. I've seen a bunch of milestones that you've reached with Sober Tracker
Yes.
mostly, and some other apps as well. Do you want to talk about it? I mean, you had some revenue
Uh,
milestones. You've also had this interesting invitation, like a little email from Starter Story. Like lots
mhm.
of things happened in your life in the past week.
Yeah, it's actually like 3 days. 3 days ago, I hit the 1K dollar per month. It's not the like clean MRR because I have a lot of lifetime purchases and early purchases too. So it's not like 1K MRR, but it's still super cool. And actually, I don't know why, but everyone everywhere was very warming for me. Like, hey man, you are doing great, and I'm also when I read the notice on power of low or something like that, low power, I decided like, okay, I see the traction to this post. I will make a lot of remakes. I will just be very disturbing, repetitive guy who are just, hey, 1K here. Oh my god, 1K here too, and 1K here too. Let's repost it. Let's queue it like that. Let's have those
And it's
things on
worked, right?
YouTube.
You had on
Yeah.
Reddit a
Yes.
huge audience. You had on X a huge
Yes.
response,
Yeah.
200 new followers or whatever in a week.
Yes. Yes. I have a
Uh-huh.
lot of responses. I discovered that Reddit have the followers too because actually I didn't know. And when I see it is growing like from 1 to 50, I was, oh, okay, I have some Reddit followers then. Actually, there was a lot of interesting feedback from Reddit because I have posted to the passive income subreddit because I didn't know where to post it. And a lot of guys just, hey, you're some kind of developer guy. I don't believe it is passive. I will just, buy some stocks. I will buy some property to rent it or something like that. So this was very, very funny because there was a lot of guys like from the other parts, not the tech community, not the stuff like that. And they was like, apps seems like I need to work on it. I don't
Oh,
want to work on
and
this. I just need to put
then the
money
war.
somewhere.
Oh, brother, little do they know, then the war with Iran escalates and all of their stocks tanks. Meanwhile, everybody's getting alcoholic and needs your app. This is an ultimate move.
Yeah, I also posted it to Side Hustle subreddit. It is 3 billion guys subreddit, and I have like, I don't know, 20, 200k views maybe for this post. It is very, very huge for me and huge amount of
Are you seeing
uploads.
traffic from this? Are you seeing the people try out your apps because they've seen these
Yeah,
posts?
I see traffic, but I don't see conversion for sure. They just try and like, what is going on here? But probably nobody will pay anything. They are just discovering. But it's also very nice because, in my theory, every piece of traffic that is not like super trash, like install and immediately delete, it's not bad. So if people discovering my apps, playing with it, some guys wrote me like, "Hey, uh, how much would it cost to build this stuff?" So I am also building some freelance opportunities alongside the road. So yeah, there is a lot of warm welcome. And on Twitter, yeah, I actually raised like 200 followers too. And I received the next day the message from the Goose, I think, yes, Gus, from the started story. And he said like, hey, I seen your post and blah, blah, blah. But you need to hit 10k MRR before we can talk with you. And I'm okay, man. Let's talk. Hopefully we will
That
talk.
seems doable. I mean, you've already done from 100 to 1,000 monthly revenue, even if not MRR. So you've done that 10x step already once.
Yeah, yeah,
Just do it
yeah.
again.
When you said like exactly this thing in the post, I was like, hey, this dude is right. Actually, I have raised 10x. It is the same thing actually. I just need to do the same things. Maybe the scale problem will like outplay me, but maybe not. So let's see, because it seems like open question for me. So I don't know, but I am super, super blessed and feeling very enthusiastic immediately. So today I have like created a 50k thousand of code lines or something like that for my programmatic SEO. Hello, hello.
Look at that. We have legends joining
Yeah.
us. Lukas,
Hi
oi.
guys. What's up? What's up? How you man?
How are you doing, brother?
All is good. I was just last 10 minutes I spent trying to connect to you guys. I haven't used my Discord in ages, so I had to dust it off. And I saw that you were chatting away. I don't know if my audio is working, to be honest. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, audio is good. You switched now. It was a bit weird in the beginning, but now it's better. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. I just switched to the DJI mic.
Excellent.
Cool. So yeah, so I'm very interested to chat with you guys about SEO and all that. So Ivan, it was good to hear your story there. I didn't know you were invited to start a story. That's pretty good. You guys gonna did you do the introductory video call with them yet or no?
No, 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 man. I need to hit the 10k revenue per month so they will talk with me. They're just like cold email, like, hey, man, are you interested at all? And I said, okay, I'm interested. I just need to increase my revenue by 10x. That's fine, that's fine,
They're
that's fine.
filling their funnel early, you know. They're with all these people who are like on the come up between 1,000 and 10,000.
Mhm.
That's cool though. You're on the right track.
Yeah, I hope so. And I also felt like motivated this day because a lot of things happened this week for me. And it's like level up of my game. And okay, let's play another round. I don't know.
All right, brilliant. You're going to share with us what it is that helped you level up, or did you guys talk about it already?
Kind of talk, but we can a little bit repeat. I'm just now working on the programmatic SEO a lot. I have posted a lot of SEO.
Same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It feels like it is working. I see a lot of traffic. Maybe it's not like working traffic from conversions perspective because they have mobile apps. But the traffic is good, and I don't like care if they are not downloading. They are talking, they are searching, they are spending some time searching the products. They are getting used to me, to know me. That's why, why not?
You have to be careful though. You have to be careful with that because I've heard of another person working on SEO,
Hmm.
and what's it may seem that your goal is to get a million impressions and tens of thousands of clicks, and you can get that easily. All you have to do is just say put in a page with a free tool called YouTube Downloader,
Hmm.
and you're gonna get tens of thousands of people coming to your website, but it's useless, right? It's like, what are you doing then? You have people from third world countries coming to your website using your bandwidth and just using it to download YouTube videos, and so you're doing yourself no service,
Hmm.
and you're not really helping the world in any shape or form,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for
So
sure. Some
you have
reasonable things. Yeah.
have to be kind of aware of like you can get millions of impressions, but is it worth the effort? And
Hmm.
so you mentioned that you build apps, right? You build apps, which is great. And so, like, what value do you see people clicking? Like I presume you have the download on
Yeah.
Play Store, download on iTunes buttons. Do people click into those? Because if yes, then that shows value in the traffic you're bringing.
Yeah, yeah. They click. I see around like 10% conversion from the visits. It's not bad. It's not good, but some decent traffic.
It's, I think, dude, listen, I think anything more than zero is good.
Yes, yes, totally agree. Especially, I'm not paying for the hosting or something like that. It's is all for free, so why not?
How is it hosting free? Are you using GitHub or something?
Netlify and GitHub repos. Netlify have some free bandwidth for I don't know 100 gigabytes maybe per month. Pretty much enough for me for all of my projects.
Okay, awesome. Václav, sorry I interrupted everything. Do you have like a protocol what you want to talk about today? Is there like, or do we just like freestyle it?
We are
Yeah, we freestyle a little
freestyling.
bit. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
absolutely depends on who has what to share and where the topics go. I've also seen that Philip joined us for the first time. Hey,
yeah.
welcome, Philip. Nice to
Hi,
have you here.
good to be here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not sure if you can. Can you hear
Perfectly
me?
clear. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw you talking about this Discord, so I'm really happy you guys let me in. I don't know whether it's a private or open to everyone, but yeah, this is the sort of place I wanted to be looking for, I think, on X. Really good.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What are you working on? What are you building? How has your week been?
Okay, so I am completely 100% non-tech. Absolutely non-tech. Last year, so I'm a carpenter, I build furniture. And last year I thought I'm going to make some premium flat pack furniture. There's a company in Poland called Tilco that makes 200, 300 million, massive. So I went looking to make a website, couldn't do it last year. And I realized I needed a configurator, couldn't make it. And then I was watching Greg Eisenberg and he put me onto Replete, managed to make the website. And then, it went on and on from there. So now the furniture configurator, I'm back on that, but now I've got, into this whole app idea thing. And I've got two apps that, I'm in Xcode at the moment, so I have advanced. It's been pretty good. So I'm actually in Xcode, and I'm actually using Claude now instead of Gemini and ChatGPT. So to do the coding for me. So yeah, I feel like I'm progressing, but yeah, 100% non-coder. So bear with me.
And yet here we are. I don't know if the distinction even makes a difference anymore.
Yeah.
I think it was end of last year that Revenue Cat had one of the hackathons, and they announced 5 or whatever 6 winners, and 4 or 5 of them were non-coders. One of them was software engineer, and everybody else was just a plumber, a carpenter, or something, a real estate agent who just took their specialty and built an app with all these tools that we have nowadays, vibe coded the apps around their business know-how and their niche. So I don't know if it even matters anymore who's technical and who's not. That's amazing that you have apps already now underway.
Well, I haven't got the apps yet. I haven't got the apps yet because I come across a stumbling block yesterday. So I'm in Xcode and I've got it all working. I've got the onboarding screens because I've got to get some Apple Store permissions because it's a blocking app. So I don't think I'm really going for the easiest apps to start with. I think I'm jumping in at the deep end. So and then of course then I realized that I couldn't get it working on an iPhone because I need an Apple developer account and I don't have one. So yeah, so that's my next step. But I do have the iPhone, and that was one of the trip ups as well. So yeah, so I plan to do it next 2 weeks, get that up and running.
Actually, about the
that's amazing.
developers.
I think nowadays
do it.
anyone can speak English. Anyone can speak English becomes a developer, right? We kind of have to think about like the big play here. I think if we're going to have so many people joining this, the world of app development, everyone's going to need new websites. Everyone's going to need hosting. Obviously, everyone's going to use cloud subscriptions. So all these companies like that offer these things, you might want to load up on some stocks and shares, I suppose, if you're into that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, but do you know what I was thinking? You know, you see them like upgrading every 2 weeks, you know, 5.4, 5.6, 5. You know, there has to come a point where they are so good that it really doesn't make much difference. Like the iPhone, it doesn't make any difference anymore about the upgrades anymore. You know, I buy 3 years old iPhones. This really doesn't make any difference. So when that point comes, what happens to these companies? There's going to be a lot of fallouts and a lot of companies that aren't going to be able to keep going. And there's enormous amounts of money being spent on data centers. So, yeah.
Well, you're talking about like the token providers like Claude
Yeah.
and Codex and OpenAI. What I'm talking about is like what everyone's going to need, irrelevant whether you're going to need hosting, right? You're going to want to distribute your app on App Store. So Apple's going to take 15 or 30% of your cost, depending on how much you're making. You're going to need a domain name, so Namecheap or Cloudflare, whatnot. So all these guys, the infrastructure people.
We used to call them the bucket and spade brigade in the .com era. You guys are probably all a bit, I don't know, I think I might be the daddy in this room. Yeah, the .com, we had the bucket and spade were the ones to invest in. That's what they used to say. But I think they crashed and burnt as well.
Can't say I've heard of them. But Václav, you got into SEO game lately as well, isn't that right?
It's not lately. It's been like a 4-month or maybe 5-month now journey because I'm finding that it's a very slow journey, right? No matter what you prepare. So I'm finding two things. First of all, it seems like you can overdo it. I've heard some scary stories from people using, for example, Outrank for extended periods of time, like we are talking year, where suddenly they start being a little bit deranked or devalued by the algo, perhaps noticing that things start repeating after a while. So you also can't, you have to find a sweet spot. And on the other side, I find that within a month or two, at least for me, nothing really happens because you can prepare a lot of content, but what the algo wants to see is some kind of regularity. It also has certain budget for indexing your pages on your domain. It doesn't just, even if it sees everything, and you know this just as well as I do, it doesn't just suddenly index 200 new pages. It doesn't do that. It takes few at a time. So yeah, so it took a while to see any results, but slowly every month all the graphs go up. So I just keep doing that, and I mean my strategy there is I have content in the app. A lot of it could be in some limited form, kind of shown on the internet, right? Maybe not in its entirety, and of course not related to your concrete, detailed health data or whatever. But on the general informational side, it can just provide a new surface where the algos might get hooked in. So I generate daily some of that internal content outside. And also what helps a lot, I put all of my release notes not for bug fixes, but for like bigger releases with new functionalities. I put them as a dedicated page on my domain. So that now after the thing has been around for almost a year, there are like every month, there's a new update page with some important keywords like, now we do PDF export and we do this and that. And it seems that Google indexes those as well. So it can yet another surface where the algo might get caught and why some customers or visitors might come in. So it's working. It's not working as quickly as for you or for Ivan. I've seen your numbers. That's very impressive. You have way more clicks on Subtitles Fast right now from what I've seen. But yeah, it's working, and I think everybody should do it. Obviously, I mean, for the three of us that are doing it, it brings visitors and it brings some conversions. So
You know, it's one of those things I wish I started doing sooner. Kind of like Twitter, you know. I only started Twitter like properly this time last year. I wish I'd done it sooner. And same here with SEO. I wish I'd done it sooner. I'm currently working on like a solution, a system for SEO that I'll be able to drag and drop into all my projects. And I call it a flywheel enterprise grade SEO solution, right? And that kind of learns based on feedback directly from a Google Search Console, how much it can or shouldn't do in a day, along with content creation and stuff like that. But obviously, you still have to keep an eye on it because, as we all know, dealing with AI can go off the rails sometimes. And obviously, when you have tools, say like Outrank, I'd love to know actually what these people were producing in terms of content to be ranking and then to crash and burn. Like, are we talking about like a blog post a day kind of a thing, and it starts rehashing the same stuff, or is it more velocity than that? But I'm working on a few projects at the same time, and honestly, my head is just absolutely on fire, like jumping between projects and creating content for this. I have my SEO engine, I have my project Subtitles Fast, my web agency, and the other project that I'm working on. And so at the same time, I'm trying to improve the SEO engine, looking at the way it works and performs for all these products. And yeah, it works great. Obviously, finding loads of bugs. Not sure if I ever end up publishing this. I'll see if I can 10x the results of what I'm getting right now, because I think the start is easy. I think it's easy to go from 0 to 1 with SEO, right? Like, you just started something, you submitted sitemaps, you created a few blog posts, whatnot, and then just showing that you can like get some considerable viewership and users from it. That'd be pretty cool. Like right now, I think I'm getting on Subtitles Fast. I'm getting I think 30 clicks from Google alone. I think in general I'm getting about 60 unique visitors to the website. From that I'm getting like about, yesterday was my best day actually ever. I got 12 registered users in Subtitles Fast just from organic content. And these people created videos and stuff like that, which is super cool. So we'll see where all that goes.
yeah, but it's a big investment in time, and you have to not kind of, I think a little bit takeaway from all of this and from also the stories of all of you and of how many things we have going in parallel is that you need to have a lot of patience. I mean, and you see it repeated again and again with you, with Ivan, with me, with Louise, with whoever, that like nothing happens first few months. You think, okay, this has failed. And then slowly things start picking up. And then the trajectory might be even sustained and it slowly just grows. But it might take half a year or a year to get there. Like this is of repeated effort, of sticking around. And then the second thing I'm noticing is that we are all, so now building an app is very easy and we are all getting stuck on all of these glue elements in between. So that might be SEO, you have to put in the effort or build the pipelines or prepare the blog publishing cron job or whatever it is that you have. Philip was talking about the whole setup in the App Store, right? There's a lot of manual work there that it costs you so much time. So I think now I'm noticing this more and more, and I think whichever tools, and it sounds to me like your SEO tool goes in that direction, helps bridge those manual steps which don't scale right now. So you cannot really have 5 products at once because you will be doing SEO all the time, every day. Mm-hmm. So if this can be a little bit automated in a reliable way, that I can spend a little bit of my effort and it's leveraged and it's magnified 10 times, so I can manage bigger portfolio of products, those are going to be valuable in my opinion. I'm missing those products right now.
It could be great. It could be also, do you know, the way with the stock market, if everyone starts deploying a certain strategy, after a while it stops working. It could also be that, all right? In a way, that's the game, but we'll find out. Time will show what happens. Let's see if I can 10x the results in the next few weeks, and I'll come back to you and I'll let you know if it's good or not. Simple as that.
So what's your priorities? Is it now Subtitles Fast and this SEO product that might or might not see the light of day?
Well, SEO, I'm working on the SEO anyway for my products, right? I have my web agency that I need to pay some attention to. And subtitles fast taking up a lot of my time right now is because I have these, uh, okay, first of all, supporting users that are using it right now. Great. Two, I have features that been wanting to implement for such a long time. And three, I just had such a good, I think it's a great idea. Maybe you can let me know if you think it's a good idea or not, right? But I had this idea of like there's so many these tools where each one of us need to do a demo of a product, right? And for me, yeah, I use this open source software called Cap, which is okay on the Mac. It crashes sometimes and stuff, and it's a bit janky. So I'd record it in Cap, then I'd export it, I'd throw in subtitles fast, and I'll add subtitles. Like I was doing that a few days ago for my landing page because I wanted to update it. Yeah, it's fine. But then each one of these demos needs subtitles. So I was like, how hard would it be to put in like a screen recording option directly into the app? I was like, oh, maybe we have something here. So that's something I'm playing around with it as well. It's just getting the time to do all of it.
Sorry, I
We
just had,
also
I
have,
just had to go and get some work clothes on. I've got to do a little bit of work in the workshop. So some of us have to work. Like you lot, just taking it easy, huh?
yeah, you're doing the real work. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
just talking some digital nonsense that doesn't even
Yeah.
exist.
Exactly,
That's true.
exactly. Try. I've got to get out of this dusty shed. That's what I'm doing. It's. I've got a real focus to get out of it. So that's the main thing.
When do you think you're going to have anything public facing, anything that like people can look at, some configurator or whatever it might be? Do you have some timeline in your head when you would like to have something that is let's say publishable that others can have a look at?
Yeah. So it's so the furniture configurator, I've made it, and it you change the sizes, change the dimensions, change the colors, and the price goes up and down. I want to make it like look incredibly wow, and it's so easy these days. It's so much easier than before. But it's a slight house thing. My wife wants me to get that done. It would be easy money because I mean I can sell a piece of furniture for £1,500. It's and with a profit of £700-800. So it's huge. And then with the right SEO, so you guys talking about the SEO and PSEO, that would be a game changer for me. So my wife wants me to get that set up, and it's obviously because it's real to her. She thinks I'm addicted to AI, so I don't tell her about the Apple apps and all that I'm doing. It's her old iPhone that I've got at the moment, so I've got to ask her to wipe it. And so it's all a little bit delicate in that. So yeah, but the things take a little bit longer. I can't just say, oh, I'm sitting up there, I'm programming and all of that. So anyway, that's the situation. But yeah, I hope to once I get the app developer account, there's no reason why I can't push it out there and get it in place. And then it's all down to marketing. But I'm going. Sorry, I don't know your names.
Ivan?
Ivan?
Yeah.
Lucas or Łukasz.
Lucas, Ivan, and
Václav. And we also have in the room Faru with us, who we've been speaking over. So at some point also have to let him speak.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I can ramble on a long time. Sorry.
No. No. We all ramble. That's good. This is what this is about. This is how we learn from each other. That's fine. And I've also fingers crossed for you. I mean, keep us informed. This is so cool to have actually somebody from non-engineering or non-software engineering, background here, because we can sometimes get lost in the soup. Like we are so inside of this bubble that it's interesting to see somebody coming in without this decade, 2 decades, whatever of experience, and just seeing how easy or where do you get stuck? What is for you the easy things to do, and what is for you a deal breaker still with all of these tools. So this is amazing that you're here and sharing the story. Fingers crossed that it goes well.
Yeah, well, I was inspired by Ivan, because you are in a quite crowded niche, with the tracking apps and all of that. And I've seen you making some money. And my app is ridiculously crowded. but I've got an angle, and I've also got a marketing angle, which will be so focused, so out there. You know, it does itself. So that's the plan with this. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this one. You know, in a very, very crowded niche. Without that, I wouldn't bother.
So
Cool.
about the non-programmers, yeah. I think the situation that like 5 out of 6 winners of hackathon is known from the IT sphere should be pretty typical because engineer guys are always overthinking. Like the software thinks, oh no, this AI produced not the optimal code. I will not use this. Oh no, that's not gonna work well or something like that. And it's I have friends, a lot of friends who are talking something like that about the AI tools, like oh no, they're producing some bullshit, I cannot use it, blah blah blah. But I see that a lot of guys are achieving results, me included, with the AI tools, and they are just talking about how it's not perfect this code, how it's not optimal architecture, and something like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool that AI actually like leveled up everybody in this game, and programmers probably is not so cool right now in creating the products because there is a different skill set to make product and do marketing and stuff, and the technical stuff. So yeah, it's kind of pretty separate worlds, and they are not like helping each other, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And my brother finished a computer science. My son finished a computer science degree last year. And he always used to say he'd sit at the back of the class and he'd see all the nerdy, greasy-haired computer programmers at the front. And you think to yourself, are they the guys that are going to buy a habit tracker app? Are they the guys going to buy a chat app or this app or that app? You know, they're not. You know, like me, the normal guy, I bought so many apps over the course of my life. So I know what apps I want. I know what problems I've got to solve. And maybe like a 20, 30-year-old, a 25-year-old computer programmer is not going to necessarily know that and have that skill. So yeah, I totally agree with you there that maybe they've got the skills to make them, but maybe not the skills to come up with the ideas that are going to make money, and then maybe not the skills to market them. So yeah, that's where maybe there's an advantage of not being a developer. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell.
So Farouk.
Well, exactly, Farouk. Hi, welcome. How's it going with the Pocket Claw?
Hello, guys.
Hi, hi.
It's been a mixed day for me. That's why I just kept quiet because I've been having a breakfast. But yeah, Pocket Claw is going well, like really good. I'm using it every day myself with different automations, and I've been in talks with Ivan actually automating his blog post process, and that's one of the things I'm working on currently, and hopefully by end of week that will be ready. And I'm also preparing some videos, some demonstration videos, and I think next week I will just focus purely on marketing. I will stop building and I will start purely marketing, like showcasing every day a video of different automations, workflows, and basically trying to sell. And I think you guys been talking about trying to automate the stuff that is boring and takes time, and I think Pocket Claw can definitely help with that because I'm seeing lots of options, and it's easy to do it through your phone and just get results quickly without going to your laptop. And yeah.
Yeah, and I was just checking. I was a bit distracted. I was checking now the landing page of Pocket Claw. I would still love to see it. I'm really excited about what you're building, but it's still like there's no video. I still have a hard time imagining what your workflow is, and the entry point, right, is these like $40 per month that you're asking for, which you said maybe like over time you managed to optimize it a little bit better. So I would like whenever there's an on ramp, I would love to test it a little bit and you just see what what I can do with it. So just let me know whenever you get some demo out or some on-ramp, some trial for limit. I mean, maybe you could do. So I don't know what your costs are, but I found in, for example, Health 3 that I don't want to give free trial to potential users because there's also costs on the infrastructure and there's some value provided immediately. But I had these intro offers where like, oh, for the first week or for the first 3 days or whatever, or for the first, in your case, number of credits, I don't know, you get a bit better price to test things, not for free, right? But for like a better price to get a demo for those people who don't want to commit yet to the whole $40 a month, but might be interested. And they're like, okay, is this worth my investment or not? So something like that, I would immediately jump on that and just try Pocket Claw.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit hard for me because I've got not only the AI costs, but I also got the cloud machine costs, and that's a bit like complicated to, at least at initial stage, to provide free trials, because I mean each user could cost me a couple of dollars or even $5, and if you give that out to 100 people, that's $500, and that's it. I'm like minus 500 without even making any money potentially. So yeah, what I'm planning to do in terms of subscriptions, I'm trying to I'm planning to publish a base subscription that will be I'm thinking $15. That will be the starting point, and you will have limited amount of credits, but then you can just top up. Like if you want to continue using it, you can just top up and increase the number of credits, or connect your ChatGPT account, because that's one of the options that I still have within the app. So you don't have to rely on credits, and I think that will be the entry point for people to try the Pocket Claw and not cost me. Don't like put me into minus area.
Is that why we saw, like Max Blade? He brought something out, didn't he? And then there was lots and lots of Twitter posts saying, "Oh, I've made this X amount." There was some very good figures coming out of there, but then he went very quiet. So I'm guessing then he saw the costs of how much it's costing him and how much profit he's making, and maybe it wasn't so successful. I don't know how he's doing at the moment. I haven't seen many posts from him recently, so I'm just he's trying to work it through.
I think it's two sides. I think it's not only the cost parts, but also how complicated it is to develop. Because I mean, it took me, I mean, I've got nearly a decade of technical knowledge, and I've been software developer for many years now. And it took me with AI a month to get an MVP out, and that's not usually the case for simple apps. You can get a simple app like in a couple of days out, maybe a week max. But with this, it took me a lot of learning experience, and I'm still developing it. And it's like been second month now, and it's still not perfect. And I can see that it will probably take me another 2-3 months to get it to the nearly perfect stage where I can present it to hundreds, potentially to thousands of users. So even currently with public access that I have, I've got limited amount of spots, just because I know it will have lots of issues, and I don't want to get bad ratings, bad reviews, because I know that app is not perfect yet, and I will be giving out on individual levels, like you do in B2B, basically contacting, talking, explaining, and if something goes wrong, I'm there. I will be fixing and all that stuff.
How far away do you think it will be? Because obviously I've seen that it still blows my mind when I see all the claw stuff and everything, and I'm not on top of it at all. But how far away do you think it will be before Mr. Joe Public might, like me, will buy that app the same way as I buy all the other apps and actually use it to solve my problems, and it will be simple enough for me, Joe Public, to actually solve my problems? Because I know that at the moment it's more like the developers, the technical guys who are using it. But yeah, Joe Public.
I think in a month, because yeah, I've managed already to solve the problem of initiating the Pocket OpenClaw and getting your cloud machine up. So that's been solved. And now I'm working on making the automation processes easy. So you've got a dedicated section within the app where you can connect all your different services, whether it's just simple stuff like Gmail, calendar, or more complicated stuff like Supabase, I don't know, Notion, or I mean, I'm planning to do like 100 plus services because as many services I've got, as many people I can cover. And once you connect all those services, you will be able to just chatting as you do with ChatGPT, chatting and setting up different automations. And I think in a month, once I've got as many, as close as 200 services, you will be able to use it freely and automate most of your stuff.
Okay. Give me two use cases. What looking at me, what would I use it for? No, totally non-technical. What would be a couple of my use cases that you think that I would, from being a non-coder, use it for? Farouk?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I think anything to do with documents, whether it's converting documents, whether it's editing documents, whether it's creating invoices, Excel files, anything to do with that, you can do it. You can do it in the current version as well. Managing Google Calendar, managing Gmail, just reminding yourself about different stuff, that's possible now. I'm thinking about finances and getting reports. So currently, for example, I'm not sure if you know Notion or not, but Notion is basically a note-taking app, and it has the capabilities of similar to Excel, where you can have different spreadsheets to have expenses and income added capabilities. So I've got like a full financial system within the Notion. And previously, what I did on a monthly basis, I went through all the expenses per month, and calculated how much I did spend on business, how much I did spend on personal stuff, and I'm already automated that process. So Pocket Claw automatically by the end of the month does all that manual work and reports back to me how much I spent on my business, how much I spent on different areas. That's one of the areas. And you could practically automate lots of manual work. And it's just for me to figure out different workflows and provide it to users. And one of the things I'm also thinking to do is have a separate section within the app that clearly describes all the options, all the automations that you can have. And I'm thinking, for promotion perspective, also put within each workflow a user from X that using that workflow. So in case of Ivan, for example, when I will be when I will be able to fully automate his blog process, I will put a dedicated page for blog automation and put at the bottom that Ivan is using this automation. So it will add reputation and will prove that it's a usable thing. And my my plan is to get as many automations and as many people using it in that way.
Yeah, so I mean, for my furniture website with the configurator on, then as for SEO content, blog posts and updates, it could then update my website automatically every week without me doing too much. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, definitely.
Then I think, then I'm starting to see, where that could really help me.
And you just talk to it through the phone, right? Through a chat. That's also very nice. And I'm thinking now, when you were describing some of the use cases, I would love, but I would be also very afraid that it has too much access and can mess something up. So I You would need to have some convincing argument why that's not the case. I would love to automate some of my business admin that I just have to do every week or every 2 weeks with, okay, all of these new invoices now, make sure that my accountant gets all of them. And sometimes they come as an email, sometimes they're just posted on some web in my transaction history. So there's always these admin tasks that usually have to do with bookkeeping and sometimes with some other tasks of just keeping the business afloat that I hate spending a couple of hours a week on. And if I could outsource a bunch of them to OpenClaw with access to my email, to maybe some of the websites, to my Dropbox or whatever, that would be very nice. I would love that. But I would be also afraid that it just decides to, I don't know, forward those invoices to NewYorkTimes.com or whatever, just some like nonsense action that makes no sense. But yeah, that's my job person I would benefit. Yeah.
I think at current stage that risk is possible, but maybe once the models progress even further, that will be minimized to like 99.999%. And I think the way I could handle this is just provide option as Codex app does, as Cloud Code, as any other agent apps do, is provide full permission or request permission. Basically, every time that AI wants to do a major thing, you have to confirm it. Basically, like that.
That would be excellent, because then it would propose, right, to me, like it would say, you've gotten these invoices in the last week. I would now send them here to your accountant or whatever, and you would just say, yeah, okay, makes sense. Or you would see something weird there and say, no, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense what you're doing.
Yeah.
That already would save me hours of time. Mm-hmm.
When major action is in process, like sending or deleting or adding or something like that, I will just add a step that requests user to confirm, and once that confirmed, after that follow up. Also, I'm thinking, because I've seen some cases from users that used OpenClaw where AI started doing some stuff and they couldn't stop it. And I'm thinking to put a large button somewhere within the chat, stop, that will just practically stop everything. Like every service that is currently running on the cloud machine, just hard stop, so you don't have issue with something going wrong.
Red button.
Yeah, cool, excellent. Absolutely. By the way, Michael joined us for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, sorry guys, work called. I apologize. How are we doing, guys? We're all okay?
Yes. Where is your video,
excellent.
man? You
well,
promised.
yeah, unfortunately not. Next weekend, I promise. 100% next weekend. I've made sure. Owe me to this one, but make sure you owe me for it. But yeah, no, sorry, work called unfortunately this morning, so I had to jump on a quick call, and well, what I thought would be a quick call ended up turning into a 45-minute call, so I do apologise. What's the topic of discussion that's gone on today then?
Well, the next topic is going to be how are you doing and what's your week been like? How's the publishing every day, the progress been going? How's the Changelog tool been doing? What's your newest challenge?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this week's been busy, to be fair, busy on my actual sort of 9 to 5, which is great. It's great for the company to be busy, but I don't obviously get to put as much time aside to, personal tools as much as I would like to. But yeah, I mean, look, we're 19 days in now, so 18 posts I've been doing this month. Obviously, officially gone past the halfway point, which would have been around the 16th of March. And yeah, it's quite funny. Somebody actually replied back to my post yesterday saying, noticed. He said, "Are you doing 18 new features every day?" So I replied back saying, "Yes, I am." And he obviously said, "Well, this is really crazy. Why are you doing this?" But I've been finding it quite fun, actually. It's great to sort of churn out as many updates as I can in a month's time, and sort of my analytics have gone great, and I've got more users signing up to the system itself. So yeah, long may that continue. But I'm sort of now running out of ideas of what to do, which I knew that I was going to obviously hit this blocker. So I'm sort of looking at what I've got already and sort of just amending what's there already. Like, for example, the GitHub integration, now it integrates with DevOps and things like that. So sort of maybe looking at what's already there and sort of trying to enhance that a lot more, and sort of acting as if that is a new feature. I mean, I suppose it is still a new feature because there's changes being made to it. But yeah, it's going great. It's quite, you know, it's really good doing it because there's a lot of things that I've noticed that could change internally as well, and you know, changes made to like the landing page, login page. It's quite good actually. Yeah, I feel like you get to a point where you work on your system so much, and then it gets to a point where you don't need to look at it anymore. So you stop looking at it in that way, in those eyes. You sort of just look at it as a finished product. Whereas me doing this task of obviously building every day, I'm looking at it as if the product actually isn't nowhere near completed. So it's nice to sort of look back as I did when I actually started it off in January, if you know what I mean, in a weird way. So yeah, all good, and I'm doing well. So all good, man. How are you?
Yeah, we're excellent. Ivan has had some very big milestones this
Oh.
week. He's a celebrity now, so we have a celebrity
Wow.
friend
Oh, Reddit. Yes,
With
I
a
see
pending-
this.
pending invitation to the starter story,
Yeah.
with as long as one condition is fulfilled, which is not yet, but yeah.
It's not the simplest condition to meet for sure, but yeah, I will try.
Oh, have you been
It's gonna be
invited to a starter? Like a sort of what's it? I think I see something on Twitter the other day. It was like a residency.
Oh, actually, just to record the podcast with Starter Story. It's kind of cool.
Oh,
but I
right,
need,
a podcast. Right, okay.
yeah, but I need to hit the 10K per month revenue for my projects. So it's not so
So maybe this
simple.
will be in maybe hopefully by the end of this quarter. Yeah, got 3 months.
Actually, Václav have pointed out that I need to put the same amount of work. I mean, mentally, I think about this stuff like that right now. That I did just to continue my things, and in 1 year, as I already did, I have 10x from the previous results, and I need to make the 10x from the current results. So it's kind of the same process actually. And I see some acceleration also. So maybe it is not impossible at all.
That's a interesting question. I don't know what you guys think about it. What is the is going from 100 monthly revenue to 1,000, which is some kind of a 10x multiplier, the same kind of effort as going from 1,000 to 10,000? Which of the steps is the hardest? Is the 0 to 1 the hardest? Is the one from 1,000 to 10,000 where you have some core audience, but now you have to make it a little bit of a mass product? The step, like what? How are we thinking of these progressions?
I haven't actually got to that point yet, but I would probably argue that 0 to 100 is the hardest part. I would 100% say that because if you, I mean, the way I'm sort of looking at it is if you can get 100 people paying for your product, or if you get 10 people paying for your product, which obviously equates to the 100 MRR, then at that point you know that you've made a product that those people will buy. So like surely getting more people to pay for that would be easier than getting the first 10, I would say. That's how I would sort of look at it. But I can't obviously answer on that because I haven't made any money on Changelog just yet. So maybe I will come back to that bit another day. But I would probably say, and I think most builders would probably say that getting the first 100 users is the hardest part, for sure.
Actually, in my opinion, it is kind of. I think going from the 1,000 to 10,000 is harder just because this is a different kind of scale you need to achieve. The same goes with the wages, actually salaries. It's not super hard for the software engineer to hit some mid-level salary that is good, but to hit the upper rank, like I don't know, 15, 20K per month, it is super hard, and it's almost impossible for many guys to hit this. So I think
Yeah.
the same goes for the indie products. Like I think everybody can hit $100, almost everybody, with like putting the effort, improving product, etc. Also from 100 to 1K, also like it's not super huge scale. It is hard for sure, but it's possible. But in my opinion, from 1K to 10K, it's super hard. and maybe from 10k to 20k, it is also super hard. And after that, from 20k, probably it's getting easier just because you have a lot of resources you can put to the ads and stuff. So yeah, probably it is
I
easier.
don't know because I mean, obviously talking about from your point of view, maybe an application on the phone, right? So if you're making, let's say you make 1,000, so you've just got to £1,000 a month, right? Now, obviously within that £1,000 a month that you're going to be getting, you're going to have users that are probably going to leave a review on the App Store and say how great the app is, or maybe even share that app, right? So surely naturally, once you get to a point of making a benchmark amount a month, £1,000, let's say, surely the marketing gets a lot more easier than it does for you actually trying to get to the first £1,000 in the first place, right? Because you've now got the users, you've now got the reviews coming in, you've now got people that can actually say to their friends, look, I'm using this app, it's great. So surely, like from an app point of view, or even any point of view, actually, surely that from 1,000 to 2,000 is a lot easier, right? So the more people that start using your system because of word of mouth, because that is the best way to make any product sort of boom, right? Is word of mouth. It's people using it and telling their friends. Sort of marketing is great. You can obviously spend a lot of money on the marketing side, but let's be real, the best way of getting users is by actually talking to people in person or on Twitter or sharing it within, sort of communities. But I don't know, the way I'm sort of looking at it is once you've got that sort of generic like base of people, trusted users that use it, then I think the rest of it is actually a lot easier. In my opinion, maybe I'm being very sort of deluded about that, but using our sort of industry that I'm in and what our company does is, 99% of our companies that come to us is based off referral, right? So we have to get to that point in the first place to get to this stage. So my day-to-day job as like a sort of support, sales, dev, whatever, is quite easy because I don't have to go and outsource any work. We do obviously a few adverts on Facebook as we spoke about in one of our first calls, but a lot of our work comes to us. Now, that's only because we've got to that point, but getting to that point was really hard. So I don't know. I mean, I think I disagree in that point. I think once you get to that level of £1,000 monthly every month and you've got people referring the system, I think it is easier. And I think that if you are earning £1,000 a month and you can't get over that sort of threshold, then I think there's something wrong with the distribution of maybe even keeping up to date with your users and actually discussing things with users, trying to get reviews, trying to get referrals. And I think maybe there should be something done on that side. Because if you could like include a referral option in, maybe people get discounted price on an annual subscription or whichever.
I'm
That's an
testing this.
incentive. They're doing the work for you, right?
Uh-huh.
So you sort of do things on autopilot in a way, but it's the first 1,000, the first 100 users, even sometimes the first 10 users, right? I've got 10 people that's using changelog right now. All 10 of them won't be using this changelog for the rest of the year. I know that for a fact, right? Because these are people that are just using it to test it with me, to give me any ideas. That first 10 was hard, right? But they're not actually a real 10. So I know that getting the actual first proper 10 users is going to be so hard, right? And maybe I actually noticed over the last couple of days that, you guys and the building public community, for example, you aren't actually the people that I should probably be trying to get as a user, right? It should actually be more business to business, right? That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So even that's going to be hard in itself. But I mean, obviously, to answer the question, I definitely think that the first 100 is harder. I think so.
Let's
I don't know what the rest of your opinions are on that, but
let's test this. So actually,
It's an answer.
oh yeah,
Sorry,
go yeah.
you go on.
Okay. So actually, the problem with the scaling actually is in this thing, like Sober Tracker and all other like mobile apps are very, very utility apps. There is no like a fan base or something like that, in my opinion, of those things. That's why the
yeah.
scaling maybe not the simplest thing to do, because yeah, I have some users, I have some reviews, etc., but this is kind of the same circle of some users that is just going around these themes, and some of them
Yeah.
subscribing, some of them unscribing. but there is not like a lot of demand on these trackers at all. First of all,
But don't
this
forget though, Ivan, that you say about obviously fan base. I mean, obviously you can't have a fan base for a sobriety app, right? Let's say, but don't forget that sobriety is a massive, massive community, and it's forever growing. There's people in my era. There's a lot of people younger than me nowadays that just aren't even touching drink anymore. So it's still there is a lot of people to go at. So I think it's different in your sort of perspective because if somebody downloads your app, for example, they're downloading it for a reason, right? Now they also might be part of a group of people that are also going through the same thing. People that go through sobriety, they go through we call it like AA over here and things like that. There's massive group movement. So in your sense, it's sort of like yes, there's no wider audience, but once you're in a sort of like embedded into a community where somebody uses an app and it's successful, what's stopping them from actually referring somebody else, right? So it still works the same way. The
yeah,
referrals are all always there.
it is already working
Yeah.
for
Oh, there you
me.
go. Yeah.
So yeah, uh, let's see. I don't know. I don't know. In my perspective, I always think like the current path is very hard problems to tackle. But maybe that's why I'm growing. I'm just not thinking like, oh, from this point of my life, now it is an easy run. No, no, no. It is always the hardest one. And I don't think
Yeah.
that you should like stop at some point. You always need to like think about grind, think about growing, because if you haven't hit your goals yet, you are not done. You have not finished.
Yeah.
I don't
Sure.
know. The work is not done. So yeah, for me right now, from 1,000 to 10k thousands, yeah, k. It's the hardest job to do. And the first users, actually, for me, I got them very very easily. I don't know. I haven't this problem. The ISO for the Google Play Store for the Sober Tracker have played very well, and it's like 3 months, and they've got around 1,000 or maybe 2,000 users. So for me,
So, so
I
is
just don't know if it's a problem or not. But for me, it wasn't a problem to get first users.
so if you market this, I know that I've seen that you've been talking about Gen Viral and getting your slides going and everything.
Mhm.
So if you seriously, you've got your it's validated now. You've got 1,000 MRR, so it's validated. So if you seriously now go into the whole slideshow and AI users and then go into each of the different Instagram and YouTube,
Mhm.
then that will roll it all along. So when you say it's really difficult, it's not really. Is it like a developer's salary? Because isn't it the more effort you put into that marketing, the more will come out? Or does it stop at some point and there's no matter how much you can put into that marketing, you're not going to keep on going up? How how do you think that will work?
Uh, I'm trying to evaluate it right now. So I'm running the Google Ads and Apple Ads right now, and I see the conversion. If I find the balance between how much I spend on ads and how much users are converting, and I will see like a positive number, I will for sure I will spend all my money just to test
Yeah,
this
yeah.
hypothesis. Just it is just like the business are growing. I think you need to find the way you are growing. You are spending less money than you are earning, and you need to like put all your effort in this channel. So maybe yeah,
Yeah.
maybe after I will play around with some slides here or some, I don't know, influencers posts there, I will find the channel that is working, and it's probably like will be working very well for me. But maybe I will not find this. I don't know. Because sometimes it's this matter of luck. For sure, it's not only a matter of like
Yeah.
amount of effort. It is also like, oh, for some reason this post is getting some attention, and for some reason those guys are enjoying downloading the apps. Sometimes it's just a random thing. So yeah, but
Mm.
the I don't know, the wise man said, you need to like try more, and when you have a lot of trials, something in will definitely like starting to work. So yeah, I'm just trying to to run experiments on different socials. I'm running now. I'm running the experiments with win back offers inside of the app stores. So I'm trying like to find this marketing channel where I can put all my money. I don't know. I can just find some part-time job and earn more money to put more money to the working channel of revenue. But I still don't have it. So yeah, I don't
But you're
know.
still converting money. You're still doing paid ads, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Philip is, I think, touching a little bit also on all the other channels where between
Yeah,
Instagram
the
and
organic.
TikTok,
Yeah.
you're
I'm
one
testing
viral
it.
post away from like a million eyeballs where some percentage of that million will convert because you validated your idea that people do convert. So you just need that one accidental, let's say, overnight success where a million people see your app, and then it's
And
all good.
shouldn't you be doing that organically until you find that one that really hits, and then use that one for the advertising? Is that not the way they do it?
Yes, exactly. But man, for me, I'm not the TikTok or Instagram person at all. I'm not enjoying. I love
Oh,
the podcast.
you're good on the video, Ivan.
Yeah.
You can do it, mate.
Yeah. But I'm always postponing this stuff because I'm not enjoying it. I enjoy recording some podcasts. I enjoy like conversation like we have today. But those like TikTok marketing stuff, some people are dancing, some are, I don't know, putting some super pathetic, not pathetic, pathos phrases around from like epic music. I don't know. I, I just don't like it at all. And I cannot
You
overcome
not fancy
this.
doing any TikTok dances?
Yes, I don't wanna do
I think
any.
maybe you'd be good at
I,
that. No?
I,
That will go viral. That will go viral, Ivan.
Yeah.
You're doing the robot dance, mate.
I am
That's gonna
reposting it
get it.
immediately.
I
Ivan.
would, yeah, 100%. I mean, I would actually download TikTok again just to watch that video, by the way. So,
okay, guys.
Definitely. I would go sober after watching it as well. I'll tell you that.
I think it is like anti-ads. Like you should not get sober or you will be dancing on TikTok.
like this, yeah. Bottle of vodka maybe in your hand, swaying around. Don't be like this guy. Download this app and be this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There
you know,
you
it all
go.
talks for itself. You know, you'll get there for sure.
Okay, it is decided. I need to record some dance video for sure.
But a little one, winding back. You know, when you're starting off, because obviously I'll be starting off soon. I saw something and they said, look, spend £100 on ads when you first straight away. I think it was Adam Little on one of his. He's really good. But he said, just spend £100 on your first app as soon as you launched it. Do £100 of advertising, and alongside the ASO and all of that, just to give it that boost. Do you think you believers in that? Do you think that will work?
Yeah, I think if you have money to spend, this is the fastest way you can get some feedback for sure. Because when you're starting initially, especially right now, maybe the App Store right now doesn't give you any boost. So you probably can hit something like nobody is using your app. And with some, I don't know, 100 pounds, dollars, euros, you can have some users and you can have like immediately feedback from random persons. It is very, very cool. So if you have money to spend, yeah, it is working, and you should probably do this.
And that would be on keywords, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Google
You need to
keywords.
understand what auditory you are showing your ads. If there is no point, for example, for me to show the super tracker to some child or something like that.
What app are you building, Philip?
So I've gone into the incredibly non-competitive blocking niche.
Okay, yeah.
Just because I thought up a really good marketing strategy with the logo, and also there's a little thing that is slightly better than Opal. So
Yeah.
basically, I'm going up Opal, which is 400k a month. So I'm going up against them. So yeah,
You know,
easy.
this is the great thing, though, right? I mean, you just said there that you're going into a sort of not so niche market, right? But having ideas that you already know that's going to blow other sort of tools out of the market and actually going with like full fruition on that, I think that's great. A lot of people, I think, sort of see other systems doing X amount a month and go, do you know what? I'm not even going to bother trying to sort of attempt to even attack that because I just can't. But I think that is like the first part of it. That's half of it, actually, having that sort of commitment to go full throttle with it. Hats off to you for sure.
Well, we wait and see. You know, I lie in bed thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do 10,000 a month in the first month, and then I also think I ain't going to get no users at all.
This
So I have,
happens.
different nights every
This
single
happens.
time.
You know, we actually touched base, whether it was last week or the week before, we actually touched base slightly on the actual loneliness of an indie developer and how how much of a sort of headache it can be, you know, having these thoughts on your own, and like you mentioned about, you know, one night you think you're going to get 10k MRR straight away, and then the next day you think I'm going to pull the plug on the whole situation. I actually, one of our calls that I joined when it was through Spaces, I was going through a bit of a lull. I was sort of just thinking, you know what, I'm just going to finish it off. I was making, well, still I'm actually making more money on my web designing agency, and I thought, you know what, what's the point of even doing this, right? What's the point in me wasting time doing this when I can full focus on other parts of what I'm doing and actually see a return on investment in that? And you know, one part of it is actually, and I mentioned this before, but meeting guys like Ivan and I don't actually know what your name is, by the way. Anyway.
Mine or whose?
Yeah,
Or Philip's?
yours. Because I've just looked
Oh.
over it. I don't think I've ever said your name before.
That's
Is it
embarrassing.
Banker?
I don't think I've
Václav.
actually ever said your name though. This is like
No, I don't think so. No,
Yeah,
I don't think so. Yeah.
Anyway, what is your name, by the way?
Václav. Yeah, it's
Václav,
Václav.
right,
It's
there we go.
a tricky to pronounce name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So meeting guys like this and joining calls like this and actually being able to talk about those sort of, you know, situations that you go through as a sort of indie solo developer, it massively helps. By the way, definitely does help.
You have to keep also in mind
Yeah.
words from very successful builders like Thibaut, who's made 8 million exits before. He has 200k followers on X, so he's made it, and he says, hey, well, like what I see as a one common trait in builders that make it eventually is they are very emotionally stable about the whole journey, with some small deviations. I mean, you can have great success, but you should not make it overtake your motivations, your daily rhythm. You shouldn't go crazy about it. And the same thing the next day, I don't know, regulator can come in and say, oh, shut down your business, we don't like what you're doing. And you have to also just take it in stride and keep building your thing, right? You should not suddenly go into depression and say, maybe I just give up. Just keep doing your thing, right?
The main thing is to look as that,
good
you know,
chance.
at least we're sort of trying. That's the main thing, you know. I all of last year, I didn't even attempt any of this, really. It was only since January I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give this actually a shot. I made my Twitter account separate to my personal one. You know, I sort of joined the communities that we're all in sort of now, and I'm forever grateful of actually doing that. I'm glad that I tried it. I mean, we're only into March now, and sort of we're progressing. You know, I've built quite a decent tool that could be used, so shipping, that's for sure.
Yeah, and X is lacking in something, and that's why I'm really happy to be here today, because X is lacking in this sort of thing, where you can actually just have a backwards and forwards thing. You know, so many of my posts, I'm trying to ask questions because there's information I need. But Jesus, you guys are here on tap now. I'm going to be bugging you constantly.
This is exactly how I felt when I joined as well, and it's almost like this is becoming a great community to be a part of, for sure. You know, if you ever need a question or a question answered, even just the option of being able to pop a message into the Discord channel and that get answered for you is a lot better than posting it onto X and sort of, you know, shouting into the void, right? Because at least we're talking in a community where we all know sort of what we're talking about. We sort of understand it. So yeah, it's definitely great.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed this call, by the way. I bet it was a good call. I'm gonna have to listen to it on the way when I go back.
As always, it's recorded, so we're gonna put
I'll
a
have to listen
VOD
to that
afterwards up.
Yeah,
Okay,
and you look
friends,
like you look like
Sorry,
you
go
have
on,
a real. I was going to say it looks like a proper podcast as well. You guys, when you're doing it as well, you got a proper podcast studio going on there.
So this is, I think, Ivan could also speak to this. The first like 5 things we've recorded were catastrophe. So it's just like with building, step by step, you fail half a dozen times, and you next time fix one more thing, and eventually you get to a decent setup.
But you know what? I presume you put it out on YouTube as well, because this is it's information that people like me want to hear, want to listen to. You know, right? You know, I listen to all of them, Callum Johnston, Greg Eisenberg, and all of that lot. But you know, sometimes they speak so quickly when they're trying to explain things, and I'm like, what? But you know, this is a great podcast. There's lots of information, good pace, happy. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's usually on Ivan's channel, because Ivan has some nice following. He's been streaming as well, his journey and his coding progress. So usually they are put up on Ivan's channel. So just check his video on. Maybe he can share in the channel as well.
I will spam it for sure.
That's the source.
So no worries, you will not miss it.
Excellent. But friends, I was going to suggest we've been at it for an hour and a quarter. So it's been. Let's also leave some content for next time. Any parting words from any of you? Do you want to just plug your product, bring people's attention to what you're doing as we wrap this up?
I'm all okay, but yeah, like I say, hopefully I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make sure. Unfortunately, when work calls, but I will try to be in at 9 o'clock next week. I promise.
And with cameraman.
And
don't forget.
And do you know what? I was going to say. So I've actually ordered the new MacBook Neo, so I'm gonna have a play around with it. So hopefully I'll be joining the call on that, and I'll see if it can handle a Discord call, webcam on, X open, VS Code on, as well. So we'll see. Maybe it might blow up in front of me, but who knows? I'm sure one of you guys will be able to call the fire engine for me, please.
You'll be able to sue as Apple in this case, so no worries.
Yeah, that's true. Well, maybe then if that is the case and I get, X amount of money, I can sort of just pack all of this in, right? Yeah, nice to speak to you guys anyway, and speak to you next week.
See you.
Look forward to next week. The sun is shining here in the UK.
It is, yeah. I'm just looking out the window and I'm thinking...
Me and Michael are very happy. We've had 3 months of rain, so
these guys know all about this, by the way. These guys know all about the rain.
Where are you from, guys?
I am living in Thailand right now, but I'm from
Russia.
Oh,
of course, yeah.
Well, every call that we do on a Thursday or whatever, it's always, oh, by the way, it's raining again, guys, in the UK. It's raining every single day this year. This is what it was like in January. It was so depressing.
Yeah, and then they wonder why us Brits talk about the weather so much, because it's so awful. It is awful.
Whereabouts are you based?
London.
Oh, you're based in London. I'm actually based in Kent.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So not too far. Well, it depends obviously whereabouts in London you are, but yeah.
You do actually get sun down there. You've got wine vineyards down there, so you must get a bit.
Yeah. Although I am a northerner at heart, by the way, which obviously explains the accent. Yeah.
I can hear. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really happy that we're here. And what will be quite good is, what will definitely be good is you almost like you get held account. Right, how have you got on this week? Have you advanced? What have you done? So if I haven't set up my developer account next year, come down on me like a ton of bricks, please, guys. That is all I've got to do for next week. Okay, so come down on me hard.
We've all got each other's backs. For sure. Right, see you later, guys. Have a good rest of the day. Enjoy the sun, Philip. Don't get burned. Right, the sun is really hot.
No, I'm indoors.
It's like
I'm indoors working. Not quiet.
All right, guys.
In a bit.
Thanks a lot for joining, and you're around next week.
Hey guys.
See you.
Thanks.
Take care.